entrepreneurial community here in Rochester. I think that's the best way to try to kind of encompass all that I do. I consider myself to be an entrepreneurial ecosystem builder. So I work to develop educational programming in Rochester for life science entrepreneurs, and I also run an entrepreneurial news site called Rochester Rising that tells the stories of entrepreneurs through videos, podcasts, and articles. Yeah, so I watched movies a lot more when I was younger, but I would say like my favorite movie of all time is The Godfather, and that might be just like really cliche, but it has everything.
Oh, it's a great choice.
That movie has everything. I'm an Italian American. My family came here from Italy a couple generations ago, so we very much have that culture. It has family, it has loyalty, it has passion, it has drugs, murder, everything is in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I had one thought that I wanted to talk about. It might not be so much kid, but definitely in child, like early adolescence. Again, this shows my taste in movies might not be the best, but I like absolutely loved the Harry Potter books. And I remember when the first one came out, I must have just gotten my driver's license, and I was allowed to go after school to go to the movie theater to watch the first Harry Potter movie. And the books had been out. I don't remember how many had come out. And I just loved those stories because I've always had a really vivid imagination as a child. You know, grew up in like rural Pennsylvania. You know, there's not that many kids. You know, make your own fun.
Yeah.
You gotta make it up, basically. So that just was, and obviously Harry Potter is dark, but just the imagination of it, the creativity of it was really striking me, that there's this magic out there that kind of speaks to when things are kind of dark in your own life, that there's this magic capacity. But I just remember we were allowed to go after school for the first time, allowed to drive to this movie theater. I just remember the music again coming on, and I was just like, oh my God, we're watching Harry Potter come to life. Because you know, when you're reading a book, you form what you think the characters look like, and then you see it on film, and it's like, oh, okay, this is what they look like, so now this is what it is. So it was seeing those characters come to life. It was really striking to me.
Yeah.
The one I watched the most recently that is really memorable to me is Black Panther. And I watched this, I just watched this the beginning of July, so months and months and months after everyone else did. But it was just, and I'm not really into action, like Marvel comics and things like that, so at first I was not too into it, but just the storyline was so compelling. Again, the music at the end just brought everything together, and it was just such a feel-good story in the end of people pushing through, and like community and family and things like that. And I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. I just thought it was really cool, and just the whole idea that everyone considers this, I think it's the thing of things hiding in plain sight too, because this, you know, Wakanda is supposed to be this like backwards area to the whole rest of the world, and really they're more advanced than anybody else.
Yeah.
I think it's a lesson in perception too, that things aren't always what they seem like. So, you know, always tempering your reality and what you think that is. So.
Yeah, no, you're a part of.
Yeah, so you can find Rochester Rising. It's rochesterrising.org. We have a Facebook page. We also have an event calendar on our website. So for anyone interested in any entrepreneurial business events in the community and how to plug into that, it's all there. So I would highly encourage you to check it out.